Hey guys, Yusafa here. I'm here with another Alliance War video. This is Season 25 War number 6. It's for Loki versus DSVG. I have 4 fights this war. I am on node 2, 11, 19, and I actually do get a boss kill, which is great on node 52. It's a Terax boss, rank 3, and I'm really excited for this war. I don't know if this is the way it works in other alliances. This is definitely the way it works in Battle Group 2 and for Loki. You've pretty much got about 3 tiers of players in our battle group. So tier 1 are just the best players that I've ever seen. They can take any node, they can with any boss. They're just absolutely amazing. They have such great gameplay. Everything's really on point all the time. And those are the guys that really take all the bosses all the time. I believe one of our players in past seasons took 11 bosses out of the entire season, just because they're so reliable and so consistent with regards to the kills. Then you have the tier 2 players, which is pretty much everybody else. Again, in For Loki, you've really got to be on the top of your game to be in the alliance. And in our BG, the tier 2 players are the ones who can specialize on certain champions like Ghost or Quake, and can take down anybody. Tier 2 is just absolutely phenomenal. And then you have tier 3, and in our battle group you have one tier 3 player, and that is me. And so the chances of a tier 2 player getting a boss kill is relatively good, but for a tier 3 scrub like myself, I never get a boss kill. I don't think the last time I got a chance to fight a boss, I think it was the last time, it was when Invisible Woman was being placed at the node all the time, and I would just take Fury and take her down. But anyway, so I feel really great about this war because my alliance office, my BG officers, Clown and B Manny, did have enough confidence in me for me to take down this Terrax boss for this alliance war. So I'm very grateful to them for having enough faith in me to take a chance. And I also want to do a shout out to Vega. So Vega posted a video from one of his buddies taking down a Terrax boss using an R3 cable, and I really tried to emulate that as much as possible. I did a ton of duels, and everything worked out really well, trying to emulate that. So please wait to the end of the video and check out that boss kill. Very happy with it. But anyway, with that being said, let's get into the rest of the war. So again, like I said, I have node 2, 11, 19. So the first fight, node 2, is Sinister. It's Ebb and Flow Knockdown. And I brought in, my champs are my rank 3 APOC, rank 3 Cable, and rank 3 Max. So against Sinister, I'm bringing in APOC, which is a pretty good matchup. Mr. Sinister placement here, not too bad. He's got some good utility on this node. Of course, for this node, I want to make sure that I stay away from as many poisons as I can because I don't want them transferred back to me. Also, I want to make sure I launch my SP2s because those are really where all the power comes in. I do have suicides running, so I am taking a lot of suicide damage. I'm going to be taking a bunch of block damage. I'm going to be trying to bait out the SP1s because those are wicked easy to avoid. And right before I throw on my SP2s, I want to make sure the protection is down as well. They are running the Global Protect node, so APOC is an extra large champion, so it really doesn't matter. Just got to knock him down and to get the protection off. So you guys see here, I'm launching my SP2s immediately after getting rid of the protection, knocking them down, and it goes pretty easy. Very happy with the way the fight goes. I am going to hover around 50% health. This is the only fight that I'm using Apocalypse for, so I'm not too concerned about how much damage I'm taking. I just don't want to make any stupid mistakes like I did at the very beginning with taking a heavy to the face immediately. But I think that's the only hit that I do take during this fight. But you can see I am taking quite a bit of damage. So I've knocked him down, he's got protection off, I launched an SP2, and I take off a whole bunch of his damage. So not a big problem. So I am going to try to build up to another SP2, bait out his SP1 here, and one more SP2 should be all she wrote. So I'm knocking him down. I got my SP2 running here. I think I'm going to bait out this SP1. Yeah, and now I got to knock him down again because protection is going to build back up. So knock him down. I still got my SP2 running. Protection is off, and this SP2, that's all she wrote. So first fight down. Now going to node 11 with the Wasp. Honestly, I don't think Wasp really has a place in this game, except for on the rage nodes. Those can be kind of tricky. But Wasp is Magneto food. She's metal. She has a small health pool. Really not too hard if you bait the heavies, you know, and reset her timer for evade. It's really good. But anyway, really pretty easy fight as long as you don't make any really stupid mistakes. She is also on ebb and flow knockdown, so you want to make sure you knock her down. But with Magneto, the playstyle is parry heavy, parry heavy, parry heavy, and she's metal, of course. I do take quite a bit of block damage here. I do think I take a hit to the face, but it's a relatively easy and simple fight. So you can see I immediately go into the parry heavy gameplay here, and you can see that she's melting down pretty fast. As soon as she gets above a bar of power, I do try to bait out those SP1s. SP2s are just really stupid. So you'll see me doing that. I'm getting backed up against corner, but again, I'm not too worried. It's just going to be the parry heavy game the entire time. And I'm going to eventually... Oh, here we go. There, I got hit by a heavy. There we go. But I eventually get to an SP3. I'm going to do one more knockdown, I believe, and here we go. And this is going to be all she wrote. And she's down. Alright, good job, Mags. Alright, next fight is against Sentinel, node 19. So, I really do dislike using Magneto against defenders with the global protect on, because even if they are metal, you do have a chance to proc their protection, which means if you get... I'm not worried about 2 protections up. I can still get through it. But as soon as they get to 3, then my damage starts to fall off. And I get really nervous. So you're gonna see, I'm gonna get 3 protections on this guy. I'm gonna have to intercept to get at least 2 of those off. Again, this is a metal champ, and Magneto, so parry heavy is the way to go. Throw my SP2 there, takes off a bunch of his damage. You notice that he has 1 protection up. Now he has 2. So now I'm starting to get a little worried. He has 28% health left. You can see I'm keeping his tactical analysis charges down to 24, which is great. All right, now I got 3 protections up. Now I've got to do some intercepting. And I intercept, take 2 of the protections off. He's down to 17%. And I know I've got it in the bag now. Alright, he's down to 5%. Blocking an SP2, and he should be going down really soon, down to 1%. And he's down. Alright, so now comes the fight. So the Terrax cable boss fight. Okay, so again, if you guys have not had a chance to go see Vega's channel, please go check it out. He's got tons of great content out there, and he's pretty much a one-stop shop for me if I want to see how a fight should go. So this is a Terax. It is a very low sig, so I don't have to worry about too much of his power being built up at the beginning of the fight. I do have an R3 cable. I am going to make sure that I Horseman him. So I activate my Horseman from APOC. I'm going to go in with cable. I do have a pre-fight, the White Mag's pre-fight placed on there. DAP, thank you so much for doing that. I am rainbow boosting. You can see that I've got a 200% power back boost on, as well as a 12% SP2, SP3, SP1 boost. And I dueled so much, guys. I can't even tell you how many. I used tons of units just to duel here. Cable, another good thing is that he's a large champ, so he pretty much bypasses the global node as well. The key with Terrax here is you got to make sure you got the spacing right, and it's going to be a parry heavy for the most part. And if you do launch a special attack, you want to focus on the special attack 2s because they also apply an incinerate, which also synergy with APOC does ramp up the damage caused by those incinerates, which is fantastic. You are going to see a few really nice intercepts in here as well. So I try to weave in the parry heavy to get the degens on him as much as possible, some 5-bit combos, as well as the SP2s. You can already see that we're about 40 seconds into the fight, and he is melting. He really is. He is really not doing well. Also, you want to bait out his SP1s as much as possible, and you got to know the timing and the spacing for the SP1 so you can counterattack with a heavy and cause some more degens onto him. So again, try to focus on the SP2s. I never launch anything but an SP2 here. I am getting some nice healing as one of the benefits of all those armor breaks, as well as Cable's abilities to proc regens and as well as power gains. You can see there I was saved by the APOC Horseman synergy there, and he definitely does have some resist on him as well when he plays with his masteries, so that's awesome. Also, if you place Terrax on the boss node, you probably also want to make sure you place with a different mastery build, because I don't think he was optimized for the boss node. But he's down to 4% here. I just need to land one more heavy, and he is down. So you can see less than a 2-minute fight. R3 Cable, just absolutely fantastic. He really did just wreck this Terrax. We ended up winning this war. Great job for 4 Loki, and actually BG2 had a big donut, so 0 deaths this war. So I'm really happy with everybody in Battle Group 2, and again, kudos, shout out to B-Man and Clown for a fantastic job of planning this war. We really did a fantastic job. It's been a while since Battle Group 2 did get a donut for Loki, so again, thanks. Thank you for watching the video. Please consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment, and be on the lookout for more great videos. Talk to y'all later.